Good evening, everyone. This is Justin from the RC and Coffee YouTube channel and Facebook page. Tonight we'll talk about the Huina 583 V4. Now, there's absolutely no difference with the V3, unlike the 1580 excavators V3 and V4, which have substantial differences, as we've covered in previous videos. It is a very impressive unit, metal for the most part. Unlike the 1580 excavator, there are plastic bits. The front part here is plastic, so are the fenders. They're made out of flexible plastic, which is a good thing. If you get hung up on rocks, you want a bit of bend and flex so that you don't break. The rear end is also made out of plastic, but it's really thick one, and the stairs that you see at the back are super thick. You would even think they're made out of metal. The cab is made out of metal. The arm is made out of metal. Obviously, the pistons and the bucket. The tires are really made out of hard compound, but most importantly, there's no foam. You automatically, as soon as you press on them, you hit a hard surface. I'm not sure what it is, but they don't have a whole lot of grip. In terms of weight, this unit is 4.4 kilograms, which is about just under 10 pounds, I believe. It is relatively substantial for its size. It has to be said that it is a 1/16, not a 1/14. Something to remember if you play with Tamiya or Hercules or Lisu trucks, which are 1/14. This unit may have issues reaching the box. Thankfully, Huina came up with their own model of the Mercedes Tamiya 1/14 trucks, shrunken down to 1/16. That way this little guy can reach. The number one flaw about this unit is actually the curl extension. It is the opposite problem as to the 1580, which has too wide of an angle. This one has too steep of a curl angle, as I will demonstrate. Essentially, the arm goes up, and then as you try to tilt the bucket backwards, it basically collapses on its own weight and then gets stuck. It's too much work for the servo there, and you will see a bit of torsion in the piston here. Let's try it out. So you saw the bucket tip on itself as I was lifting the arm, and now I will try to tilt it forward. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but it's always very finicky. You see the piston, it just bent. Now it works. If it gets stuck, as it usually does, the way to unlock yourself from this position is to lower the arm, and then gravity will do its thing. You'll see the bucket tip forward, and it will be your sign that you can use it again. There you go. Another drawback with this unit is the sensitivity of the controls. It is a stick remote, which for the number of channels you probably need, but it's very jerky. I will try to go backwards and you will see. And I'll try to go forward. It's a similar story as you try to turn. The servos are very slow, they feel weak, and the turning radius is huge. Also, because it is a stick, if you don't go perfectly right or left, you will automatically go front and back at the same time, and it makes this machine a bit of a handful to control. See, I try to go left. So not the most practical. Now, these are obviously drawbacks, but we got to remember that this unit is less than $300 US. So we can definitely turn a blind eye on some of its shortcomings, especially because there's a multitude of companies out there that are specialized in producing upgrades for these Huina models, actually for Huina models in general. You can turn this into hydraulic if you wanted to. Magum offers that. There's an Italian company, I'll post a link below, that offers a multitude of upgrades. A weight box at the back, 3D printed. It's a box you can put weight in there to counterbalance a little bit. Upgraded servos, upgraded ESCs, a whole bunch of upgrades that will make this unit more performant. For myself, I've bought basically metal forks to turn this into a forklift. I do believe that it's better suited for this type of unit and the weight. It's relatively lightweight. We got to remember it's a 1/16. So I do think that these will come in very handy, and they come with this plate at the back, which I will probably spray paint black simply for aesthetics. There's an Italian company called All Technique Model Factory Italy. I'll post the link below. They do offer a similar setup. It's a plastic one, a much cheaper one. I would definitely recommend going with metal, but anyways, you do have options. And the third upgrade that I will be doing is a molded plastic, 3D printed plastic piece that extends the arms. So they come either in white or in black, and they basically extend the arms so that you can have a bit more reach, which will come in handy if you play with 1/14 toys. So something else that I didn't really like, it's the sound of the unit. It doesn't seem like the sound unit is as good as in the 1580 models. So let's have a listen. So not exactly realistic, but you have sound, you have lights. It's under 300 US. You have a fantastic deal. Now, as for any Huina model, the distributor that you use is very important, and it'll basically make for a very enjoyable experience or a horrible one, depending on who you pick. I've used Extreme RC for many years. I've had plenty of their products, never had an issue. The owner-operator Stuart offers fantastic service. He's always reachable, and the shipping is very fast. So I'll put the link below. I highly recommend this company. Overall, I completely recommend this product. I would say use it in sand or light rocks. As soon as you hit harder, more substantial material, rocks or gravel, what will happen is it'll get hung up at the level of the bucket, which will unload the front wheels. And because the oil in the center diff is very thin, it'll completely remove the power from the back. You're not going to go anywhere. But if you work in sand, if you play in sand or some really thin material, you won't have any issue. So it's a matter of taking this product for what it is. It's 1/16. It's under $300. It's not hydraulic, so if you break something, servo goes or whatnot, you can buy one. You can put it yourself. It's very easy to do, and you can find upgraded versions online easily. So very enjoyable product, very realistic, very substantial. Has its limitations. They need to be acknowledged, and you got to play within the limits. Have a great evening. Thank you.